Hello everyone. How's it going? Today we are going to do some vibe coding. So, it kind of means we will be vibing and coding together. Cool. So that's why I've turned on the face. So I simply want to focus on some work today. Cool. Today what are we doing? We are simply going to continue working on Leetcode stuff. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing else. Cool. So we have solved 24 problems till now. Great. We gotta do meeting rooms now. Okay. We're given an array of meeting times per interval. So this is this. Cool. Okay. Meeting rooms, you're given an array of meeting times, intervals where interval start and end. A person can attend all meetings if no two meetings overlap, meetings end at time t and starting at time t do not overlap. Okay. Return true if a person can attend all meetings. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. So it's all void pointers. Okay. What is nmem? Acha. So this is the number of elements that you're giving me, and then size is the size of each elements. Okay. Okay. Cool. So let's actually set it up. 252 meeting rooms. What else are we looking? We're looking at meeting rooms. Easy. Topics are array and sorting. Array sorting. Meeting rooms. Cool. Let's actually go ahead and copy this. So what all you give me? I don't know why you're giving me interval column size, because it should be 2 always. If you're not 2, then you have something wrong. Yeah, that's what the constraints tells me. So maybe we can do some asserts. Maybe we can do some asserts to check if this is correct assertion or not. But I think it is, so let's just see. Okay. So what we are doing here is we have to sort it. Cool. So this is gone. This is your intervals. This here is the amount of members that you have, which is given by interval size. Intervals size. Then you have the size of each element, which is size of intervals of 0, and then we have to go to compare function, which we have to define somewhere. So compare func, something like that. So in here we can say remove this, compare function. This here is const void a, const void b. Okay, so of course we need include std boolean. This answer would be the very first thing we're going to do is convert these to int arrays. So I'm just going to say int star a. I'm just gonna call it x. I'm just gonna call it first. And in second is in star Right. Huh. So in here, hmm, sorry. So we can simply say first of 0 if it's less than second of 0, if then return -1, because I suppose if you return negative it means that the first one element is smaller than the second one, which would make sense. If not, um, we know that they are either equal or greater. Right, they're either equal or they are greater, which means we can simply say else if first of 0 equals second of 0 and first of 1 I already wanted to, but okay, let's be more expressive, I suppose. So if first of 0 is 1, so at this point I suppose can return first of 1 minus second of 1. And in the else part we can simply return 1. So hash include standard lib dot h. No. So we have to make certain assumptions, right? But yeah, okay. So what I quickly want to do is print array and doesn't return anything in dot a. And since we know that how it's gonna be, in size or in I equals 0 plus size plus. What you do here is to printf okay, so you do it in that way and then you give it a space and sorry, you don't give it a new line, you simply say array of 0 and array of 1. Now I'm gonna do that. Array of I. So this is before, where we simply say print array intervals is it an issue? Oh, because we didn't give spaces. Yeah, the sizes. So this is intervals size. And this here is an error. All to undeclared clue best I of h. So let's actually make a compile. Let's compile. Okay, so that didn't work. And this also didn't kind of. Because if I take the same guy, okay, and if I just put it in here, what happens? What happens? Yeah, it didn't quite sort anything. So here we are passing this thing, right? And we are saying we are converting, we are casting those guys to int array. Makes sense because these are void pointers. Then we say if the first of 0 is less than the second of 0. Hi bro, can you read the chats? Hey, what's up? Hello, welcome to the stream, G1J. So if you have a first of 0 and second of 0, then you have return 1, else, okay. So in here, how do we do that? It's kind of sus. It is something pretty dumb fuck. So it should return a negative element. A comparison function must return an integer less than, equal to, or greater than 0 if the first argument is considered respectively less than, equal to, or greater than the second. So this thing is correct. So why it did not work? So we are saying if the first two elements are if the first element of both the arrays are like this is smaller, then it is smaller. If it is the same, we are going to look at the second element. Otherwise, I'm just going to return a positive value because it absolutely means that the second one is bigger right now. That's weird. So let's just first of 0, first second of 0. From how long we are doing Leetcode? From a very long time. From a very long time. I don't know. How does that matter? How is that a good question? How is that a good question? I guess it started in 2018, but 2020 was when I really started. Probably did 2 or 3 sums. Oh no, I did more than 88. I did 88. Yeah. So the second one is this. First of 0, second of 0. Something is off in here. Oh my god, dude. Hold on. I know what's happening. Do we have to do that because it's an address? No, right? But the case to a pointer, so that's where I'm fucking confused. Yeah, that's where I'm confused because it's already a pointer, but I don't need to dereference because it's an array. I do code forces in my second semester. Awesome, great. Awesome, good, bro. Good for you. We're doing definitely something damn fucking stupid with pointers, like we have been doing for the past 1 or 2 days. What stupidity are we doing now? First of 0 is to 40, second of thing is. Why did it print the second time? Why did it even go for the second time? Because, wait a second. What is it running? Oh yeah, okay. So interval size is the total size of the array, the two-dimensional array. Size of intervals 0 is the size of the first one. Are we doing that wrong? So yeah, you have a two-dimensional array. You pass in this, you pass in a number of elements, then you pass in this, then you say compare rows. In compare rows, what is this? That's a very weird way of do I have to do it in this way? When integer of column integer, yeah, but I don't want to. I just provide it as an array. That's all. That's all for me. Okay. And then you're still referencing it in dereferencing. Maybe that is where I'm going wrong. Can I do man, my energy level is very low today. Yeah. Okay, we don't care about the answer right now. I just care about can sort this guy. If we can sort this guy, what is it? What are you doing? My very fucking sleepy today. Very fucking sleepy. I think it's trying to just simply ask Claude. Do not give me code. Point me in the right direction. Something is off with the to sort. In problems 0 to 52. Is it actually 0 to 52? Yeah. Solution. Let's see if Claude can actually nudge me in the right direction. Fable 5 is included in your weekly limit, but I don't want to use it. I heard Fable 5 is, yeah. I think it's way more costly. Your intervals is this thing. An array whose elements are this. A pointer to an two-element array. When qsort calls your comparator, it hands you a pointer to an element. Since each element, the A and B you receive are Yeah, that makes sense. But inside, you cast a straight into int array, read first 0. So you're reading the raw pointer value of an address. What? Cast A and B to int star star. Then why? Why do I need to cast it to int star star? Is it not a single element that they're passing? Which means that the pointer is pointing to a location which is a one-dimensional array, sort of. So why do I have to dereference it like this? That's weird, dude. I'm not getting this. Okay, then dereference once to get the int star. Wait. Inside compare function, okay, your intervals is an int star star, an array whose elements are each in an int star, a pointer to a 2-element interval. Makes sense. When qsort calls your comparator, it hands you a pointer to an element. Since each element itself is an int star, the A and B you receive are really int star star, not int star. So what you're telling me is this is not really a pass by value. Okay. Okay, now I understand, I think. So even though, like, looking at the stars, we were like, okay, I was thinking, okay, the type is the same, but that's not the case, because you're passing each element, but you're passing pointers to each element, which means that, yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so you have that, right? You have that. You can simply now say that you take first and you dereference it. Sorry. And you take the first element. This is gonna be previous start. And this is gonna be 1. Right? Int second start is gonna be star second, then 0, and in here it's gonna be end 1. So if first start is less than second start, you're simply going to return -1. Okay, we're simply going to return -1. Else if first start equals second start, we can simply return first end minus second. Else we can return. This is unreachable. That's a bit worrying. So in here it crashed with a heap buffer overflow. So this is, I think, with the fsanitize something stuff in here, which means that yeah, that's why it actually fails. Sorry, you guys don't know that I'm yawning, but yeah, I'm yawning. Why would overflow? So I'm guessing it's a segfault issue, right? It's a segfault issue, I'm guessing. It's a segfault issue. What else is there? Second end is star of second of one. It never failed for anything else till printf d d d t first start, first end, second stop. Well, we don't have the other ones. 030 05. But why could it not read this? Why can you not read this? You're supposed to have two. Also, first start, first end. This is wrong. Again, it reads 5, which is second start. That is correct, but you never read 30. You always read that. I'm very confused how the data is being passed. Very fucking confused how the data is being passed. I made changes, but still fails. I think the concept is here. Oh. So I have to parse it like this. Man, who created this? Who created this? C is not easy, that's for sure. Okay, so quick thing now, if I look at it, yeah, this is still not, this is sorted now, but is this sorted? This is also sorted. Okay, so now it works. It works now. Okay, so now we can actually do the program, because so I suppose it's a very simple question in here. And what's a question? I can simply do int previous end should be equal to intervals of 0 of 1 for int I equals 0, I less than intervals size I plus plus intervals of I of the starting. If this is less than previous end, turn false. Otherwise, what we can do is next end. Oh, let's just yeah, next end. Current end is intervals of it. Yeah, my bad, sorry. previous n should be equal to intervals good. Previous end should be equal to intervals of I and here I have to say true. So this is what we have. Why is it false? Why? Because in here what we do is previous end is the very first one. Oh. We had another bug. Okay. So, okay, you don't have a guarantee that intervals is always 0. So in here, we can simply say if interval size is less than 2, it can always return true. One more thing we can do before write assert intervals column size of I should be equal to 2. If not, then we have a problem. We also have to include stdioh. So yeah, that makes sense. I want to quickly actually copy paste it. Yeah. Cool. Let's ask ChatGPT to write the notes. Write the notes file for problem 05. So it's gonna create the file for me, hopefully. Hey, let's go back. Missing number. Okay, missing number. Given an array nums containing n distinct integer numbers in the range of 0 to n, return the only number in the range that is missing from the array. Given an array containing n distinct numbers in the range, return the only number in the range that is missing from the array. Okay, so you still have n numbers because it's starting from 0 to n. It's not starting from 1, so that's why you have n numbers. And I suppose what you can simply do is, like, even with one missing. So what we can simply do in here is we can say sum everything up. We can just subtract out stuff to figure out what's missing. So in here the sum is 4. What is the sum actually have to be? So it is like the maximum thing that you have is n. So in here it's 3. So 3 into 4 by 2, which is 6. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. A person can attend every meeting only if two intervals overlap. Okay. Sort the intervals by start time. The single pass is enough. Once meetings are ordered, an overlap can only happen between neighbors, so we just check. Yeah. I don't think so. We honestly need this much. Uh, hmm. So, the next one we are going to do is missing numbers. Like I said, this is a very, very simple solution. So, problems. What was it? 268. Missing number. Solution C. So, this in here is thing, and you're going to simply say for int I equals 0, I less than nums size, I plus plus. Let's do this. Int missing is 0. Int missing is num size into nums size plus 1 divided by 2. Okay. Now missing minus equals nums of I. Return missing. Also, this is not draft. So this is 268. Okay. Missing number. This is easy. And in here, couple holding hands is a problem. Wow, I agree it's a problem. Sorry, hash table maths. Sorry, hash table maths. Binary search, bit manipulation, sorting. Well, that is true, I guess. Binary search. By the way, how do we do hash tables and yeah, we have a little bit of inconsistency in the tags, but if I click on this, does that work? It doesn't work, so I don't think so the tags actually matter. So whatever. Bit manipulation, sorting. Write the notes for 0 to 6. Keep every mean, lean and mean win 32. Anybody knows this joke? Lean and mean win 32. The array holds understood numbers. Full range is this. Gaussian makes sense. Subtract every element present and what's left is missing. One pass noise space. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Okay. I think we are almost done with the easy ones. Yeah, there are two more. Maybe we'll just finish it up and call it a day today. Counting bits. Return an array answer of length n plus 1 such that for each answer is the ones in the binary. Oh my god! Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll just be back in a second. Hello. Did not mute. Okay, so we are back. This problem is basically a pattern. It simply says, okay, return an array of n plus 1 such that from 0 to n you have the solutions is the number of ones in the binary. Cool. So what we can do here is let's quickly, is it IO? Oh. Okay, is my internet down? What the heck? What the heck? Ooh. So, for 0, it is 0. For 1, it is 1, because it's up 2 to the power of something. Then there is 2, then there is 1. For 3, it is again 1. For 4, it is again sorry, this is 2. This is 1. For 5, it's 2. For 6, it's basically 4 plus 2, which is 1 plus 1. 7 is, so this is the power of 2's stuff. So you always say that whatever was the previous power of 2 plus whatever is remaining. So for 7 is 3, so it's gonna be, this is 2 by the way, so it's gonna be 3. For 8, it resets to 1 again because it's the power of 2. So how I like to do this is I like to fill this one in first, this one in first, and I like to start from here. So I like to say my current is 2. What is the range of 2? Okay, so things can be also less than that. The return array must be malloc, assume the column. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So only one of the things we have to do here is, can you do it in linear time and possibly in a single pass? Yes, we are doing this in a linear time. It's very easy to come up with a solution with a runtime of n log n. Yeah, we are not doing n log n, we are simply doing n, right? Because we are gonna go as a single pass and we are just gonna do a dynamic programming sort of thing where the answer for a bigger solution, a bigger problem, is breaking it down into 2 smaller problems and, you know, using that to figure out the answer. So how do we do this? We have to do some bounds check in this way. So it's 338 counting bits, solutions. Uh, 338 counting bits is another easy. And what are the topics that you have? Dynamic programming and bit manipulation makes sense. Dynamic programming and bit manipulation. So what is this for? Why did I counting bits? Okay, so we have to say result is nothing but malloc. This is n plus 1 into size of i32, which is int, and we also have to cast it, and sorry, include std lib.h. Yeah, so we do that. So return size, we are taking the value from that, the value of that pointer, and we are saying this is going to be n plus 1. All right. Now, for a matter of fact, this is less than equals, so we can say very simply, we can say result of 0 is 0. Did I actually say 1 in here? Well, yeah, okay. If, yeah, so this in here, we can simply say previous power is 0. Well, this doesn't work, but it's not the correct thing, but it still works in our algorithm where we don't have to do a bunch of if else. And int next power is 1. Powers of 2. Even though 0 is not, it just avoids a bunch of if else. Okay. Now what? For int I equals 1, I less than equals n, because the size is n plus 1, I plus plus. All right. So what do we do in here now? We can simply say that if I is equal to next power, so if this is the case where I is the next power, result of I should be equal to 1. But we also have to shift stuff. So the previous power becomes the next power, and the next power becomes next power left shift by 1. Else, what are we going to do? We are simply going to say see, like I mentioned, it's always going to be previous power plus something. So the previous power, the results are always 1 because it's power of 2. That's what we're doing in here. I'm sorry, I hope that was not too loud. I just banged my mic. My bad, sorry. Okay. And this, what we can say is I minus previous power, and we are going to take the value of this. And we are simply going to assign it result of turn result. I think that's all we have to do. I hope I didn't fuck up anything. That's correct. Hopefully this also goes through. And it goes through. Awesome. So let's ask Claude, fix the number typo in header. But the folder links are 268. Oh, okay. I not. Okay, first create the nodes.md for the solution problems 0 3 solution. Okay, so what was our previous problem? 268. Okay. 268. Counting bits, trigger canvas. Okay. What? It's incomplete. Did I not save? Read it again. What a dumb fuck this guy is. Or maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's because yesterday I called it a dumb fuck and then I realized I'm the guy who's dumb fuck and apparently AI beat me. For each I, we want its pop count built from earlier answers. Stripping the highest set bit off leaves a smaller number already computed, so this thing makes sense. Where previous size largest, otherwise it's just look up. Extra output array side. Yeah. Cool. I think today is going to be the last problem for this and subtree of another tree. And I think we have come to the end of the easy solutions. And then we already did a couple of medium solutions because I was going ID wise. Okay. Given the roots of two binary trees, return true if there is a subtree of root with the same structure and node values of subroot and false otherwise. Okay, so you have given a root, you have been given a tree, you have given a subroot. We have to figure out if subroot is a subtree of root. You can start from any node. Cool. Cool. So 572. What is it called? Subtree of another tree. Subtree of another tree. Solutions. 572. Subtree of another tree. This is an easy one. For tags, you have senior staff is not a tag. Tree DFS BFS has hash function. Tree DFS BFS hash function. I'm just running hash function for now. But there's also string matching is also something I'm gonna just remove. I mean, maybe we can keep it. String matching hash function. Okay, cool. So this is also kind of very, I mean, it already says easy problem, but yeah. Include standard bool. Okay, so what we have to do here is struct tree node int value tree node left right, and that doesn't work because we have to forward declare it, and I like to do a type def struct tree node, which also means here I can remove this thing. Okay, so how it's gonna be, if you look at it, it's basically the same problem that we solved before, which is called the same tree, but we have to try it for each and individual node of the root, right? So bool is same tree. I'm gonna say that tree node p tree node q if p is null and q is null. Return true if p is not equal to null or q is not equal to null. Return false. Wait. Sorry. Yeah. Return false if p val not equals q val. Return false. Otherwise, we are just gonna say is same tree p left q left and is same tree p right q right. Okay, and we're gonna return that. So I suppose standard lib should be good for your null definition. Yeah, cool. One thing I wanted to ask you is, what if it's null? Okay, so nothing, like, it won't be null. Okay, so what we can do in here is we can say what can we say? What can we say if root is null? Return false, right? Otherwise, we simply say if root we can ignore it because we can just recurse down and we can have that too. So we can say is subtree root subroot, or is subtree root left subroot, or is subtree root right subroot return. I think that is it. So any one of the nodes hit should be a true. If none of them hit, it should be false. Deadly signal, dude. Deadly signal. Ah, it went into a... Why did it go into a... Oh, sorry. Is same. My bad. My bad. Okay, so that failed. Because if at least one of them would have returned true, we could have easily broken out and said, okay. I'm just trying to wonder why is this the case. Is same tree, root subroot plus subroot, root left, subroot. What is the problem here? This is the problem. Yeah. Cool, but it's quite slow. It's quite slow. People have done it faster. Oh, okay, I guess. Even with C, it's the same thing. Write the notes.md for problems 05 testing. Okay, so I think we are done for the day. I'm gonna quickly commit the code and then, go offline. I wanted to ask if anybody has any questions. It can be a question like why I'm doing this. Subroot is a true here. The root noted there is identical to the subroot, so combine two recursions and subroot gets structural value. Tree matches at current node, then recursion to the left and right node. A null root can contain a non-empty subtree, so it's okay. Complexity is this thing, makes sense. Space is m plus n. There's also a note. Serialize both trees and run a substring Merkle hash match. Okay. I have never done that. Do I have Obsidian? I don't have Obsidian. Oh, I have Obsidian, but I'm not quite sure what will open up, so. But I think we should look into this algorithm sometime. Merkle hash. Okay. So my template system doesn't really understand but on this what we can say is note, and here comes simply. Does that work, by the way? Okay, it still compiles. Yeah. What is it saying? Oh. What I quickly want to see if it actually works and how it works. So, subtree, subroot. Yeah, we don't have anything for block quotes for now, so we don't parse it. Maybe that's also some of the things we have to work on. So I'm just gonna delete it for now. Hmm. 052 solution. Graph is not there. 0268 solution. Graph is true or false. 033 solution. Graph is not there. 05 solution. We have to remove the draft. So what problems will we solve? 252. 268. 338. 572. Push origin. Okay. Cool. I think that's it for today. It's already 10:30. If anybody finds the stream fun, this was a very low energy stream today, but I really wanted to stream. Trying to get into a habit of streaming. So source code is here. The link is here. Why I'm doing this? I'm just doing this for fun. I just felt someday it came to my mind that what can I do with C? Maybe I thought, okay, maybe I can write some data structures with C. And then I thought, okay, let's just go to Leetcode. And I started writing in C. And I enjoyed it. Felt smart, I guess. And I saw this domain. This name came across at 3 o'clock in the night. And I saw this domain available and I just bought it. And then I asked Claude to just write a website. And the generator, so this is a static website. I'm generating it. So the generator of this website is again handwritten. You can find the code here. This is in Go. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Maybe I have to redesign because this green thing might be a little harsh. But now I am stuck with the this thing, the logo, which has a green blinker, like a terminal thing, and C. So I'm not sure if I can actually, now change the design of this unless I actually change the logo. But anyways, yeah, that's another fun stream. Currently, I'm working on a video, which is something. Hopefully, it soon comes out within the next maybe 5-6, maybe a month, 5-6 weeks. I was gonna say maybe a month. The reason I'm taking a little bit of time is this is my first video, but yeah, I'm trying something and let's see how it works out, and then we can figure out things from there. Anyways, thank you so much for whoever joined. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good night. If you have office tomorrow, have a good one then. Or if you have college or anything else, you have a good last day of the week tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Good night.